Nini everyone, Zabori here. First of all, I know I look like crap. I just kind of woke up from a nap. I'm also breaking out. You see that? I'm cycling. Nothing I can do about that. You're just gonna have to stare at this pimply vistage. So a couple things before we get started on this video, this review. Remember I was talking about the Aten and that there's arms coming off of the Aten and a lot of motifs? I've been staring at this thing for like so long, I kind of forgot that I've got arms coming off of the sun, the motif. Here, let me show you. You see that? You see the arms coming off of the sun disk? See above, he's got the Ankh right there. He's holding the Ankh. Should have just showed you my fucking tapestry. I completely forgot about this damn thing. Anyway, Blue Sage and I, we were talking about the book, The Rites of Odin. And this is a book I actually happen to have, and he asked me to do a review on it. And I'm not the Norse person. I'm not the Norse pagan person. I get asked to do reviews on weird shit all the time. I think this is because I did the trolldom video, where I was like, this specific tradition by this specific person is basically hoodoo and Norse paganism. This one here is kind of similar to that. It's Wicca, but with Norse gods. It's got a very, you guys remember DJ Conway and her book on Celtic magic, and it was Celtic Wicca, and everyone was like, this isn't traditional, this isn't historical, where did you get this? Why is this all Wicca-like? That's what this book is. Now, Ed Fitch, is it Fitch? Yeah, Fitch, from my understanding, he's an initiated Gardnerian high priest. He was initiated by Buckland when Buckland came to America and founded his coven here. This book has been through the works. I bought this book years ago. I mean, like, look at this. It's got water damage up the wazoo. I bought this book when I was first starting out as a witch, when I was like a neophyte, when I was a seeker. This is one of the books that I picked up because I really was having troubles connecting to the different gods and stuff, and I was like, well, maybe if I check out some of these ancestral links of mine, I'll find my home, and I didn't, but that's totally okay. I don't even know why I still have this book. It's been so long since I've actually read it. It's falling apart. I went back and I marked a couple things I want to discuss here, but this book is not historical. This book is not Norse paganism at all. It's Wicca with the gods thrown in, with the Norse gods thrown in. And it's not even like proper historical gods. The author himself says that he substituted in Freya for Frey because he felt that this needed some more feminine aspects about it. And it's like, okay, so he made up every ritual in this book. He admits to doing that. Wolf Paradox, he sent me a link to an interview. The guy just admits, like, I wrote it for money. So I'm not overly enthusiastic about it. It's a Llewellyn book. You know, what are you going to do? But right down here in the foreword, I'm just going to read this to you. In this synthesis, combined with the contemporary magical technology of neo-paganism, they're talking about Wiccan-based neo-paganism right here, the Rites of Odin is a tremendous contribution towards the unfolding of a real Norse Wicca, and that is in quotation marks. Norse Wicca. This book is falling apart, man. Look at this. I've had this shit for so long. All the pages are coming out. That's what I do to books. I destroy them. Yeah, this book just feels very DJ Conway-like, where it's just plug and play Wicca. He didn't really go into a lot of details. In fact, he got a lot of stuff wrong. Like, him saying Loki is a fire entity, which is true. Before he kind of got demonized and demoted as this trickster entity. He didn't really go into that. He talked about Loki being a dark aspects of the goddess. Some made up bullshit. Another thing, the blot right. totally fucked it up. Just made this shit up. He just added in quarter calls, and that's not what the blot rite is. It's a sacrifice. It's a ritual sacrifice and feast in preparation. Severed Heads, my buddy Severed Heads, he's way more into this than I am. He would be able to tell you all about the blot rite. But this is just it's superficial Norse paganism slapped together into Wicca. So if that's your thing, then go for it. If you're into that plug and play style, then go for it. This is going to be the book for you. He's an initiated Gardnerian. He was initiated into Buckland's stuff, but it's just not for me, it's just not a really good book. There's a lot of doom and gloom kind of feels in the beginning, in the preface. The author talks about how we're just in the dark ages and it's all chaos and drugs and sex are ruining our children. It's very off-putting in my experience, to my taste. We are most certainly not in the dark ages. We're not even close to being in the dark ages. Our sewage system alone is testament to that. But this book was written in like 1988. It's a Llewellyn book. The author needed money. He just slapped some shit together just to sell it. And I fully understand that. So, to me, if you're looking for a Norse book, this is not it. I'm not very good with the runes, but I've also been told by other people who are well versed in the runes that he fucked them up. He's attributed wrong aspects to him. He's made up his own runes. It's just overall not a great book. It doesn't even mention the Eddas, which is like the traditional Norse paganism, except to say that the Eddas have been changed into Christianity. So he felt that it was okay to change them into Wicca. And I don't know. As a Reconstructionist, this book is very ew. This book is very ew for me as a Reconstructionist. But if you're a Wiccan and you're interested in the Norse tradition, then maybe this is the plug-and-play book for you. For me, it's not my thing. But Norse paganism isn't my thing either, so what the fuck do I know? I did mention Wolfie telling me about I did mention the money thing. So yeah, for me, it's not a good book. I don't even know why I still have this thing. There were a couple of positive aspects I gotta say about this book, because I don't want you to think that this is all bad. It's not all bad. He goes into detail on how to make a drinking horn. He goes into detail how to make torches out of like cat food cans. There is some good stuff. But, you're basically mining for corn out of Hitler's asshole here, okay? I mean, is it really worth it? I'm sure there's some in there, but is it really worth the effort to try and find the kernel of corn in the shit pile? Not to me. Not to me. But, yeah, that's just how I feel about it. Anyway, that's it for tonight, guys. Synapte.